It's Chirpin' Crickets. This is Kim from Kim Takes On. I'm Kim. Hi. And this is my co-host and co-producer, Terrence the Wonder Duck. Terrence says hi. He hopes you're all having a great week. So we're going to jump right into the show this week. And what we're going to be talking about this week are cover songs. Now, I don't need to explain to you guys what a cover song is, right? You're a smart bunch. You know, cover song is a song that somebody recorded. It may have gotten a lot of play on the radio or wherever, or a lot of people know about it, but one group is known for that specific song. And then, you know, a couple of years or decades or whatever later, somebody hears that song and goes, "Hey, that's a great song. I think I'm going to play that song, but I'm going to take my own spin, whatever that spin might be, and put it on this song." So you can wind up with cover songs that are, you know, start in one genre and completely finish in a totally different genre. You can have gender flips in cover songs. You can have all kinds of things in cover songs. Everybody's heard of cover songs. But I'm not sure everybody's heard these cover songs. These are some of my favorite cover songs that I'm sure a lot of people know in the vinyl community and such, because they're, you know, you guys are always all about finding obscure things, which is cool. You know, Terrence and I think that's both very cool, don't we, Terrence? He thinks that's very cool. So these are some of my favorite cover songs that are a little different for one reason or another. And so we're starting off with something I just mentioned, which is a gender-flipped version of a song. It was a song from the 50s, I believe, 50s or 60s. It was called "Then He Kissed Me," which was done by Kiss and changed around to, the only thing they changed was they changed the word he to she, and they wound up with "Then She Kissed Me." And other than that, there really isn't that much that's changed about the song. Instead of it being a girl meets a boy song, now it's a boy meets a girl song. But I love the guitar work in it. It's absolutely fantastic. So that's one of my first favorite cover songs is Kiss with "Then She Kissed Me." I've talked about this band before and how much I really like them. Roxanne, who are an incredible band that did not get the love that they should have. I found their first album and just fell head over heels for it. One of the songs on the album is their cover of Wild Cherry's "Play That Funky Music." And it's actually very close to the original. I mean, Kiss's version of "Then She Kissed Me," it's got more of a hard rock guitar to the sound. "Play That Funky Music" by Roxanne it's not exact. It's got its own rhythm to it, but I really, really love it. So if you ever get a chance, you should look up Roxanne singing "Play That Funky Music." And I think they did Wild Cherry good. I really do. Warrant is one of my favorite bands, and I know I've brought that up before. And there's a couple of songs I could have used to show how great Warrant is at cover songs. One of them being their cover of "Train Train," which is from Cherry Pie, I'm pretty sure. But that's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about, the cover song from Warrant that I wanted to mention, was from the soundtrack of the movie Gladiator, not the one with Russell Crowe. This was a different movie called Gladiator. It was a boxing movie. And Warrant was taxed with putting a cover of Queen's "We Will Rock You." That was their cover. And oh my gosh, this thing goes hard. It is just, I mean, it's very different. It's very different from Freddie Mercury's version, because Freddie Mercury and Janie Lane, who I miss both greatly, they had very different voices, but they're very powerful it's a very powerful version, and I'd like to think that Freddie would have really liked it, because it's just got that Warrant swagger, and I just think it's great. I wish it had I remember seeing the video for it a couple of times on MTV, and I just think it's a great song. So it's Warrant's version of Queen's "We Will Rock You" from the soundtrack of the movie Gladiator. Again, not the one with Russell Crowe. This actually got some airplay, and I know it got quite a bit of airplay on MTV. The video for Guns N' Roses' "Since I Don't Have You," their cover of that song, which includes some swearing, just a little, because it's Axl Rose. Come on. It also has Gary Oldman in the video, which instantly makes me want to watch it because I love Gary Oldman. I think he's awesome. Terrence also thinks he's awesome. He really liked Gary Oldman's Commissioner Gordon, didn't you? He really did. But there's just something, it's Axl. It's all you can say. It's Axl being Axl. The whole fact that there's some very soft, almost tender parts of this song. And then there's parts of the song where it basically feels like Axl's grabbing you by the face and being like, "You will listen to me right freaking now." That kind of a thing, which, well, I won't admit on tape it really jerked my chain, but melted my butter, however you want to put it. I'm going to shut this down before it gets into places where there's going to be a lot of beep, 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 beep. I don't want to make TC go through a lot of effort of editing things just because I have a active imagination. Active and vivid imagination, which is a such better thing to say than you have a filthy mind. Okay, this one I will admit, the first time I heard this, I was completely like, what am I listening to? What is this? And by the end of it, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually like this. Why? Why do I like this? And to be honest, I still don't know why, but I do. Aha had a huge hit with "Take on Me." And Morton Harkett was one of the first people I ever said to myself, wow, that man is really beautiful. What the hell did I just say? And I never thought anyone would do a cover of that I would actually like. And then I heard Real Big Fish's cover of "Take on Me," done in this ska hyper, I don't know what to, I don't know if there are words that can be strung together to make a coherent sentence. I don't know why I like it, but I do. And I have a feeling if you like it, you're either going to hate it or you're going to love it. And either way, I'm sorry if that's, something that's going to screw up your day. There's just something about it that just grabbed me and just made me be like, okay, I'm listening. I'm liking. What the hell is wrong with me? Of course, if I had a dime for every time during the day I said what the hell was wrong with me, I could probably buy my own island. But there is just something about this version of "Take on Me," and I can't tell you what it is, other than it's frenetic and it makes you want to jump around and just be crazy. And I think we all need that every once in a while. I know I do. I let my mind wander one day and it just never came back. Higher Ground is an awesome song. Higher Ground by the Red Hot Chili Peppers is an awesome song that, again, will make you jump around and possibly break stuff if you're built like me and you're not petite. So hide the breakables when you play this song because you will be boinging around all over the room and stuff like that. And eventually you will knock something over. It's just inevitable. I mean, see, not only Thanos can use that word right, even though he's purple and I'm purple. So all my teachers that thought I wasn't listening during vocabulary lessons, proved you wrong. There is just something about this cover of this Stevie Wonder banger that it makes it even a bigger banger. And Higher Ground just has that whole bit at the end when the guitars go absolutely mental. And I'm a sucker for guitar. I'm a sucker for guitar going mental. And I love it. I won't apologize for it. I very rarely apologize for things that I love. This next one is it's an odd, it kind of feels like it should be odd, but it also kind of isn't. Lita Ford's cover of the Alice Cooper classic Only Women Bleed it's very deep. It's a very deep thing for a woman to be singing about. The song Only Women Bleed is saying an Alice Cooper song is dark, is like saying the sky is blue, water is wet, and I might have a slight hang up about Jared Padalecki or Jensen Ackles. Hi guys, call me. Ahem. But anyway, it is a dark song. It deals with, the idea of someone in a abusive or toxic or just wrong relationship. And hearing that being sung by a woman, there's an enormous amount of sadness to it, I feel. Just the whole idea that a woman could feel so trapped that she's in a relationship with someone that hurts her and that she can't think of a way or can't find a way to get help, to get out, and that only women bleed. And hearing a woman say that multiple times in the song is very haunting. It's very haunting to me, but it's also amazing because it's an amazing song, and Lita Ford is awesome and amazing. And yes, Terrence and I will both fight you if you disagree with that. And Terrence fights extra dirty. Next on my list is Aerosmith's I'm Down, which is a Beatles song. And it's not a really I know that some people out there just went, what? When I say it's not a well-known Beatles song. I know there's some people out there that live and die by every single Beatles song ever written ever. And hi to you folks in the VC that are like that. Terrence says hi too. We're not knocking it. We'd never do that. But it's not a song like Yellow Submarine or Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds or, I Want to Hold Your Hand or something like that. I'd never heard it until I heard Aerosmith's version. I was like, this is odd. And then I looked up who wrote it and I was like, what? The Aerosmith covered a Beatles song. Okay. I know they sang Come Together in Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, but we're not going to talk about that ever again, if I'm lucky. Ugh. I saw that movie once and it was enough. Ugh. But I really love their cover of I'm Down. It's just, it's Steven Tyler cutting loose and being Steven Tyler, and it was just great. I loved it. This is kind of a cheat, and I admit it's kind of a cheat. Aren't I sneaky? But I'm going to say this is one that I'm going to say the whole album, and that would be Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and their album, The Hit List, which is an album of Joan singing songs that were done by other artists, made famous by other artists. From AC/DC's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap to Creedence Clearwater Revival's Have You Ever Seen the Rain? There's so much on this album, so many different songs. And they're all fantastic. They're all fantastic in their own way. So if you get a chance, you need to seek out the hit list, because if you don't have it, you need to get it. It's that good. And Joan Jett's one of my favorite singers anyway. And last, and certainly not least, Van Halen. Van Halen and their cover of the Roy Orbison classic, Oh Pretty Woman. I love this cover. Now, as I've mentioned before, I love guitar work. I am a guitar solo person. Give me a song that's got a lot of guitar in it. Give me a live version of Freebird, and I am just one happy little clam. But I love the guitar at the beginning of this. There's just a lot of Eddie Van Halen being a genius. And until we get into the part of the song where, it's the beat from Pretty Woman. Because if you don't know that it's coming, you're kind of like, what is this? And then it starts with the da-na-na-na-na. And it's like, oh, okay. And David Lee Roth's voice is just so perfect for the lyrics in Pretty Woman. The whole no one can look as good as you, and are you lonely just like me, and the whole that's it's so perfect. It's so David Lee Roth, and I think it does a very nice job of covering the Roy Orbison classic, which I also absolutely love. And I mean, there's other songs out there that people have done covers of that don't get as much airplay as other songs, which kind of stinks. And there have been albums out there as well of people doing, cover songs of all different kinds of artists, which I think is really cool. And if you have any that you love, if you have any covers that you're like, oh my gosh, I love this and everybody else needs to know about it, please let me know. If you have a cover that you heard that you were like, who authorized this? Let me know and I'll give it a listen and see if I feel like you're right or you're wrong or whatever. I'd really like to do that. I think that'd be really fun. platinumroselle@yahoo.com if you have any emails that you'd like to send my way. And it would mean a lot to this channel, to our little island of misfit toys, if you could please drop a little old like on this video, or subscribe would be great too, so you can listen to all of the other amazing videos that are on this channel, most of them being done by my Puddin' TC, who works wicked hard on this stuff because he wants to bring you guys the best music out there. And disco. All right, okay. That was a low blow. I admit it. Disco gave us some covers too. Yeah, or at least disco versions of certain songs. Like Ethel Merman singing There's No Business Like Show Business as a disco song. I'm not going to comment on that other than just saying I said it. If you seek it out, on your head be it. It's not my fault. Okay, so that's going to do it for this week on Kim Takes On. And when we come back for another show in a couple of weeks, who knows what we'll be talking about? Probably certainly not me. Also, if you have any suggestions for something you'd like me to talk about, please also send that to platinumroselle@yahoo.com and I'll definitely give it a consideration. So, for another week here on Kim Takes On, I'm Kim. This is Terrence. Terrence and I both think you're awesome. And we hope that you have a great week and keep on rocking.